to UKON Careers Creative Thinking class. My name's Toyin and I'm going to be taking us through today's creative thinking class. Now, I'm sure as you're watching or listening in, you've got your creative thinking pack, and if you don't have a creative thinking pack, these are the resources and the materials that you can use to also join in, okay? Now, our creative thinking pack has materials and resources inside for us to design a product. Now, the product we're going to be designing today is a mask, okay? That's the product I'm going to try and design and create, and you're going to try and design and create, okay? So, let's get into this. I'm just looking at our products and I'm just trying to see what I can actually do with what we've got inside of this pack, right? So I'm going to empty it and see what we've got. We've got some coloring pencils. We've got 2 pipe cleaners of 2 different colors. 2 pipe cleaners, a pair of pipe cleaners. 2 ropes as well, or string should I say, and 2 ribbons and a piece of card, right? So that's all we've got. And I've never really made a mask before, but we're gonna try and use our creative minds. That's the idea of this class, use our creative minds to try and create a mask, okay? Now, I'm gonna be using some scissors as well. These aren't in your pack, but if you do have scissors at home, please be very careful when you're using them. Please do, if you're too young, ask for supervision, just to make sure that there is no injuries or dangers that we can, people are potentially gonna, put themselves in, okay? So we're just gonna make sure if you are using scissors, please be very careful and ask for supervision, okay? Okay, so let's dive straight into this. I've got a little bit of inspiration. Mine's coming from a cartoon that I loved when I was younger, when I was a kid. That's where my inspiration is coming from right now, and let's see how it comes out. I'm not sure if you'll notice what I'm gonna be creating or what is coming from my mind onto the canvas, but let's just dive straight in. There are masks out there that are full face, there's masks that are half face, and then there's eye masks as well. I'm gonna be going with an eye mask today. So I'm gonna cut out a strip. This is gonna go over my eyes. I'm gonna need some pencils to actually draw out my eye holes, alright? So what I'm gonna do firstly, I've got my pencil ready. I'm gonna put the mask, my mask strip over my eyes, and just put my thumbs there so that I can see where I need to draw my eye holes, alright? So I've placed my thumbs on my eye holes, and I'm gonna get the pencil to kind of draw where they are. So you'll see here, I've drawn out my eye holes, alright? So now I'm gonna get my scissors and try and cut them out. What I'm gonna do is fold my piece of paper and begin to cut out my eye holes. Again, if you're using your scissors, please do get supervision if you're not comfortable with using them. Cut these out. Hopefully, they should be positioned nicely of where my eyes are. So again, I just fold the piece of paper and then I use it to create my hole by just cutting across. See, okay, I've created my holes. Oh, my holes are a little bit too far apart, so I'm gonna need to widen my eye holes just a little bit more. Should be okay now. Let's see. The idea, even if you're making mistakes, even if it doesn't come out perfect, do not worry. I want you to all understand that the idea of this class is to just get you facing a challenge and being comfortable with facing a challenge and trying to overcome a hurdle and trying to overcome a wall that is in front of you, okay? So, okay, yes, you see, my eye holes are now, positioned nicely so I can begin to. What am I going to do next? I think I'm next going to create the holes to actually put the strings in my my mask so I can tie it around my head. Right, so again, I'm just going to use the same method. I'm going to fold the piece of paper and cut. I don't need to be too specific about this because it's just to put the string in and be able to tie it around my head. So I'm just going to use the exact same technique on either side of the piece of paper to create the string holes, should I say, to put the string in so I can tie it around my head. Right? Now you don't have to follow my order, you can go in any order you are inspired to go by. This is just the order that I've decided to go in. So I've got my eyes now, got my eyes, and I've got my holes. So I'm gonna put my strings in now. I'm gonna get all the kind of tough stuff out of the way. So for me, that is the eye holes and the positioning and whether it fits or not. I'm gonna get that stuff out of the way so that then I can move on to designing. So putting my first string through the hole. Now I'm gonna tie a knot now. Like I said, I want to get all that nitty-gritty stuff out the way so that I can just enjoy the designing part of the mask. Okay. So this is the nitty-gritty part I'm almost finished with on this side. Okay, that's my first string on. You can see that I've got my first string on. I'm gonna do the other side as well. I'm actually enjoying this now. I'm getting somewhere. I feel like I'm actually creating something. Just gonna do the other side. Okay, I'm just gonna make the knot a little bit tighter. It's a bit far out, but no worries. Like I said, it's not always gonna be perfect, but you can adjust and make adjustments throughout and get it perfect or get it to a standard that you're happy with. So as you can see now, my knots were far apart, but now they're closer, and so my mask can go on my face and be tied. Okay, so I can tie it now, but of course I've got to now design it. So my design now, I'm quite a simple guy, so I'm not gonna add too much. I really am liking the look of these pipe cleaners, so I want to use them. And something else has now come to my head, but I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm going to try. Okay? This is my mask. Got the strings. I can tie it around my ears. Position it nicely. I can tie it around my ears. And now I just need to do one more thing, which is inspiring me. I'm sure you're going to get it by the end. I'm going to create 2 holes at the top. I really don't want to ruin this because I feel like I've come quite far, but I'm going to create 2 little holes at the top for my pipe cleaners to go through. It's just going to be above my eyes. I'm using the same technique that we used before to just fold the paper and create the holes. Make sure I get this as best as I can. I'm just going to try my best. Like I said, remember what we're saying here. We said we're just going to try. Creative thinking is about just trying and getting ideas out there that could potentially work, okay? So, I've created these 2 holes. I want you to see what I'm going to do here. I'm going to get one of my pipe cleaners through the holes at the top above my eyes, and I'm going to twist them. I really hope this works. I think it will. I'm getting somewhere. Don't be thrown off if it doesn't work straight away. You know, you've got the liberty to make a mistake and the liberty to perfect it and adjust where you need to adjust. So I'm actually almost done now. I have created my mask. Now, of course, you can go into as much detail as you want. If you're finding it hard, you can use me as inspiration, and that's fine. I'm really happy with that. But again, you know, I believe you've got what it takes in your head to create a mask. So I'm actually finished now. I'm gonna just tie it around my head, position it a bit more, position it nicely. Just bear with me, and then get my antennas up. So I am a bug, I suppose, should I say? I'm a bug, or an ant, or an insect. These are my antennas, and these are my mask. I was trying to go for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I don't know. I just decided to change it. So this is my mask. I don't know what it looks like actually from your view, but I'm sure it looks somewhat like an insect. I hope it does anyway. I don't know where my antennas are. But those are my antennas, and I've created my mask. I hope yours is going well. Hope you're not struggling too much. I hope maybe you're more efficient than me and that you've created your mask. It's definitely a lot challenge. It's definitely more of a challenge than I thought it was going to be, but that was the idea. that was the idea, is that we create a mask that is challenging, that gets us to creatively use our minds and create something that comes from our minds onto the canvas. So again, I hope yours is going okay. I hope mine looks okay as well. I'm gonna, after I finish recording this, I'm gonna go and look in the mirror to make sure mine looks okay, because I am a bit of a perfectionist, but that's okay. So again, I hope yours is going fine. I'm gonna take mine off now, just to close and say goodbye to you guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the class, and I hope you're having fun creating your own mask as well.